Youth is the powerhouse of this country. Vibes 2020 is the celebration of the youth, exploration of the youth. Vibes 2020 is a program for the youth of this region to find out who you are and how you can contribute to the society and to yourself by experimenting with yourself and then exploring and finding out what hidden talents are there within you. Vibes 2020 provides a platform and an opportunity to find out the skills and talents required for the new decade. 2020 is the beginning of the new decade, and the times that we are living is something really fantastic. It's a time when which we are able to acquire, achieve whatever we wish to do in spite of where you are, which country you are, what religion you belong, what caste you belong, all that doesn't really matter. What matters is who you are and what your skills and contributions that you can make to the society are identified with you or not. So Vibes 2020 gives this opportunity. It is a celebration of youth. There are a lot of now events and opportunities that is provides the platform to you to find out whether you are skilled enough to handle a management situation, you have a hidden entrepreneurial talent, you have an artistic mind, you have an ability to build up a team and then inspire them, you have the skill to perform on the spot and then take up challenges, something like advertisements or art and culture. So these are some of the opportunities that is provided in front of you through Vibes 2020. Talking about 2020 and the new decade, it is a time that is something that is really fantastic for you young people to live. Why I am telling like this is the period in which everything is happening in a way which is much faster than that has been happening in the previous centuries or the decades. Look at the science and technology area. The technology that we are discussing today become obsolete within very short time. And the resident time of technologies is very, very, very small. And the new technologies that is going to emerge in the next decade is something really fascinating. To name a few, in the area of computers, we have been seeing the evolution. My generation has seen the emergence of computers and the growth to this level. But you people are going to see something really much more involved, in which I believe that the new generation of the computers will become mind computers, in which people will be actually thinking and the computers will be acting accordingly. The emergence of artificial intelligence and machine learning is actually transforming the way we are working, living, thinking, studying, learning, diagnosing diseases, and the entire human life is going to be transformed by the artificial intelligence and the related technologies. Look at the medical science, the technology of diagnosis of diseases, the application of medicines, the targeted medicine application are going to change because of the advent of new technologies of nanotechnology, ability to diagnose and understand genomics in a greater scale than what was possible earlier, primarily because of the emergence of computers and related technologies. Medical diagnosis tools are emerging in such a way that it is possible for doctors to detect the diseases well in advance before it is actual emergence. You are able to apply medicines very controlled way to human body, especially in including modifying your genes so that your diseases can be permanently cured. The life expectancy of human beings are increasing dramatically in the last tens of years, so that even in India, the post-independence time, our average age limit has now actually, the survivability limit has increased from 30 years to almost 70 years now. And the whole world is looking at enhancing the ability to live longer. And this is transforming the medical science and technology in a big way. Look at the nanotechnology. The nanotechnology is also creating new avenues, including the new materials, new energy storage devices, new computers, and so many new elements that is going to come into your midst. In the manufacturing sector, additive manufacturing is transforming everything that the engineering people are building today. We can build even houses, your clothes, your food, your shoe through additive manufacturing, and it will be custom designed for you based on your taste and the design that you are able to make. Your communication revolution is going to happen in which you will be able to be connected to the internet in a way that you were not able to do in the previous generation. The information that knowledge that you need to have is not the way that was only residing in books in the last century. It is going to be there in the net, and you can access any knowledge or information at the moment that you wish to. The way you learn in schools and colleges are going to change dramatically. The curriculum and the education system is going to be revolutionized. The challenge that in front of you is going to be adaptable to all of this, which includes ability to learn and take up new things on a daily basis. You have to be a student throughout your journey, throughout your life. And you need to learn newer and newer skills to adapt with the changing times. And this is the challenge in front of you. So the opportunity that is put in front of you is to adapt to the situation and take up newer challenges. And the hope and the aspiration of this country lies in the ability of the youth to handle situations that will emerge in the next century. So let us look at the culture and tradition of this country. Many elements that makes a nation or a country thrive is primarily on account of the ability of the society to adapt to the changing world. For example, the whole world is becoming one nation. Does it really mean that we need to forego the values and traditions of this country and this region, which includes the way we live in a family, our language and traditions, your beliefs system, what you learned from your parents? Could it be forgotten? No, there is always a worry in the young people and as well as their parents regarding these issues. Because of the emergence of the new technology and the unification of the world, but are we losing ourselves? I think you people must think about it and then make up a point, very important point, that our traditions and values are one of the most important elements that we need to nurture and inculcate. If you look at your career and goals that you want to set up in your life, there is a world of opportunity in front of you. It is only thing that is important is to find out what real passion is. And finally, what makes you happy, successful individual is only when you are able to make your work your passion. It's the same thing that happened to all of us in ISRO. Those who have become successful, our work is no longer a work. And we never work because when you do something that you love, it is no longer a work. It is simply enjoying the every moment of living through it. And this is what is necessary for each one of you. You need to find out what your strengths are, where your passion lies. It may take some time to explore and find out. And it may evolve. Sometimes you may decide that this is the way which I want to take. And through that path, if you travel, you will be extremely successful. The success is measured in many terms. It is measured in terms of your amount of happiness. It may be measured in the amount of money that you make. It doesn't really matter. You are the person to fix that. But however, whichever may be the path you take, you have to be finally very, very happy of doing whatever you are doing. To choose a career today, the opportunities are tremendous. And the ability to make it succeed in your life is also tremendous. So the first advice which I want to give on your choosing your career is to find out what your inner strengths and passion are. And it needs experimentation. It needs learning. Now, there is a saying that if you don't know something, you are not missing it at all. So to know that where your strengths are, you need to explore and find out and try newer and newer things. And this is the only way to find out where real passion is. You may be lucky enough to find out your talent in the very early age, that you are really lucky. But many people are not like that. Many people need time and effort to find out where their inner strengths are. And that needs time and effort. As a scientist, engineer working in Indian Space Research Organization, I would like to tell you people that ISRO has been an inspiration for all the young people, especially with the challenging missions that you have heard in recent times and the success that we are able to make in this country. When I joined ISRO, it was a period where we had failures in rockets. And the society was not looking at us the way now they are looking at us. It was a period of intense introspection. When failures do happen, failures will definitely happen in high technology areas. It will happen in your life as well. The question is how you are able to handle failures and come out of it successfully. And when failures do happen, we need to do the introspection. We need to find out what need to be corrected. In many of the situations in launch vehicles and related technologies, we realize the failures are the acts of management corrections which is needed. There will be a technology reason for the failure, but ultimately it is related to how you are designing or managing situations. When failure happened in the SLV-3 time, Abdul Kalam came out and then told his story about Satish Dhawan and the relationship between himself and him, Satish Dhawan. It's a very inspirational story. Many people know about it. But all of us, while working in ISRO, have come across similar stories. We also had the opportunity to see failures in other missions as well as in our own work. The ability to handle those failures, strive through that times of difficulty and then come out successful, make you a stronger person. So you always welcome failures in all your life journey. It could happen in your examination, it could happen in your personal life, it could happen in the careers and the work that you choose. But never be disheartened, never lose courage. It's a period of self-introspection and exploration, and through that you become a stronger person. So failures actually make you stronger. Success do also make you stronger because it gives you confidence. But success is something that is difficult to handle. Maintain a position of success throughout your life is extremely difficult. So you welcome both failure and success with open hands. Talking about myself, I joined Vikrant Sarabhai Space Center many years back as a young engineer. I didn't know much about the career which I am choosing at that time, coming into rocket science, space technology. But all the time I was fascinated about space technology and space science. But when I came out to this organization, I didn't realize what is in store for me. The traditions and the culture that has been left behind by Vikrant Sarabhai was very much present here, and later enhanced by the contributions of Satish Dhawan and people like Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. As a young engineer, I was mentored and trained to handle design of rockets, integrating rockets, designing new systems into it, and then work in an environment and culture which is something unique in scientific establishment in this country. So I was really fortunate to be part of this great journey of space technology and Indian Space Research Organization.